Hi everyone, how's everyone doing? So if you want to see the live stream that I did about this video, then you can go to my Facebook page, Marianne Hanson Counselling Service. But I'm going through these how-to videos throughout September, so I just wanted to talk about this one, which is how to regulate your emotions. So we shouldn't ignore our emotions, suppress them or judge them, because we all have emotions, we're all human. I think the issue comes when people are struggling to regulate the emotions. So what that then can lead to is people either projecting onto other people when they feel something, suppressing how they really feel, or experiencing their emotions in a way that isn't like helpful for them, but also where they're not really expressing their emotions appropriately. So the first thing to do really is to figure out what it means to regulate your emotions. So this is just a short definition really. It just means understanding your emotions, displaying them in an appropriate way and at an appropriate time. So it doesn't mean that you're controlling your emotions. You're not being stoic, cold, robotic. It just means that when an emotion comes up for you, you understand where it's coming from, or you identify where it's coming from, and you behave or react or respond in an appropriate way. So the first thing really is identify what emotion you're feeling. So don't think about the surface emotion, because what sometimes happens is people are feeling upset, for example, or sad, and that emotion is too difficult. They feel like there's too much pain associated with that emotion, so instead it comes out as anger. Anger would therefore be the surface emotion. You're not really angry, you're upset, you're sad, but for whatever reason, maybe there's some messages that say, I can't be sad, I can't cry, I can't fall apart, so instead I'm just going to be angry. The problem when you do that is that you're not really addressing the real emotion that's underneath. So it's always worth identifying, if you can, what emotion you're really feeling. The second one is to connect with why you may be feeling this way. There's always a reason for everything, but we don't always know the answer. But if you can try to take a bit of time to figure out, why am I feeling like more irritable today? Why am I feeling more sad today? Why am I feeling angry today? Why am I feeling frustrated? Whatever the emotion is, if you can try to understand, it helps a lot. I mean, even as a counsellor, if someone comes to me and they know that they're feeling stressed, or they know that they're anxious, but they have no clue. I mean, I'm really good at trying to dig really and ask questions. Has anything happened to you in the last few months? Has anything changed in the last few years? Initially, people would just be like, no, I'm just sad. No, I'm just anxious. No, I don't know why. But it's almost impossible for that to happen. Not completely impossible, but if your life is still operating in the exact same way it has been for the last 6 months, you're not going to all of a sudden be feeling extremely anxious or extremely depressed. There's going to be things that connected have led to it happening. So the more you think and the more you ask yourself the questions, what is different in my life now than was before? What's going on for me? You'll sometimes come up with the answer. The third thing is to express your emotions appropriately. It's not about, you're not always going to get the response you receive. You're not always going to get the response you expect from people. So you might say, I'm feeling really sad today, or I'm feeling really angry today. And maybe someone might say, it doesn't matter, get on with your work. Or maybe someone won't give you the hug that you need, or whatever it is. But it's still important for you to make a decision that you're going to express your emotions in a way that you want to, without judging yourself. If you feel sad and you need to cry, then cry. If you feel angry, then you can still express anger, but in an appropriate way. You're not smashing a wall in, or you're not punching a person, but you can say, I'm feeling really angry about this situation, or I'm feeling really angry, this is what I need to do. So it's about communicating that and also expressing it for yourself. The fourth thing is to give yourself permission to feel the way you do. But as I've said there, don't expect other people to receive the expression that you give, or to understand you. There's no rule that says people have to understand how you're feeling. I think we put that expectation on people because that's what we would prefer, but ultimately they have a choice to say, well, I don't care if you're feeling like that, and I'm not going to give you a hug, or I don't have time to listen to this. Sometimes people will have their own things going on and they might say, I don't have the energy to listen to you today, and that might hurt, but they still have that choice. That doesn't still mean that you can't find someone else who will be there for you. So it's about giving yourself permission. Don't say, on the amount of people when I used to work on the helplines that used to say, I can't talk to this person because I feel like a burden, or I can't express this to this person because it's my issue. But you can do that if you feel that's what you need, but it's just about not expecting certain responses. But you might also be surprised the amount of times people have opened up to someone and then they've really received a really positive response and they're quite surprised. So the fifth and final thing is to check your behaviour. Just because you feel angry or just because you feel frustrated or irritated, it doesn't mean you should have the right to behave in a way that's unacceptable to others and expect them to be okay with it. You know, all these people that are walking around, and I will suggest a video that I made on the my YouTube called Dealing with Internalized Rage as a Result of Childhood Trauma, I think it's called, or childhood issues. It's my biggest video on there, and that really goes into depth about people who are suppressing anger from like childhood, and they're walking around in this like really rage-filled container where they're flipping at every minute. Now that's not good for you as a person, but it's also not good for other people, because another person could just do something innocently and then all of a sudden all that rage you've been walking around is going to like explode. So I'm not just focusing on anger here because there's other emotions as well. So just think about, the key thing is understanding your emotions can lead you to becoming more self-aware, having a better understanding of yourself, and just other people will appreciate it as well. So if you can just become that type of person that's in tune with who you are, and the type of person that wants to connect with your emotions, and the type of person that is just trying to identify what it is that's actually going on for you, you're more in tune with yourself, then it just overall, it's a win-win. It's a win for the people around you, but it's also a win for you. So let me know how you guys think. Thanks for watching. Please feel free to leave your comments, to share this with others. And yeah, I'll be doing these how-to videos throughout September. So thanks for watching. Bye.